Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a close friend, I would call her Ellen for the purpose of this story. Recently I was talking to her and she gave me a challenge to create a fried rice dish with as many vegetables as I could. She has been a dear friend of mine for many years. She is an excellent Italian cook. However, about 5 years ago, she has converted to become a vegan. I was very surprised because she gave up many things, including particularly cheese, which she dearly loved and also an important part of her Italian tradition. She has adopted my cooking system and she cooks with the wok on a regular basis. So she always asks me to generate dishes that she could cook with a lot of vegetables. So I decided to take on her challenge and I cooked this dish for my dinner the other night. First of all, let me say a few things about fried rice. Now, I don't really particularly like the traditional fried rice that you find at the Chinese restaurants because those fried rice usually have very few ingredients. And I also do not find them to be particularly tasteful. Therefore, a lot of time when I eat fried rice, I will add, say, for example, soy sauce or other sauces to make it more flavorful. However, over the past several years, I have been thinking a lot about fried rice. And I discovered that if you want to make the fried rice flavorful, you can do it by adding multiple ingredients. In fact, vegetables are particularly good for creating exceptional flavor in fried rice. And also by incorporating different kind of vegetable, you can also create interesting texture to the fried rice. I construct this fried rice with 8 different kinds of vegetables. The first one I'm going to start out with is some chopped onion. Now, onion is always very good start in the beginning because it flavors the oil. It also generates the aroma to make the dish taste and smell good. The second ingredient I'm going to include is jalapeno pepper. Now, my wife does not like things that are too hot. However, jalapeno pepper, if you cook them in the beginning of the cooking process, they will flavor the dish but will not make the dish spicy. So I always add them right at the beginning. I would consider the onion and the jalapeno pepper is the foundation to kind of lay the background for this fried rice. The next series of ingredients which I'm going to add is designed to create the texture for the fried rice. I'm going to use 3 ingredients for that purpose. Number 1 is I'm going to use some French green bean. However, I cut them into smaller pieces so they will be able to cook rapidly. The other 2 ingredients, I call it the texture ingredient, is zucchini and purple cabbage. Both of them has very interesting texture, which I enjoy very much. I would like you to notice that almost all the ingredients are cut very small. The purpose is that for them to blend into the fried rice rather than have them to stand out. When I cook for any dish, I always select one ingredient to be the main attraction. For this fried rice, the main ingredient is the portobello mushroom. Both my wife and I love portobello mushroom. So for this purpose, I'm going to leave the portobello mushroom to be the largest size so that it would stand out. The final 2 ingredients I choose, I call it the garnish ingredients. They mainly to provide both color and flavor. And these 2 ingredients are grated carrots and diced scallions. My weekly advanced prepping has taken care of most of the prepping process. Some of the ingredients, I need to chop them up a little bit smaller so that they can blend into the fried rice. One important part of the fried rice is that everything should be chopped relatively small. Not only they blend together better, but they also able to cook faster. This dish will be cooked in a process known as sequential stir fry, that each item are added in a sequential manner depending on how long I want to cook them. So in the following video, I'm going to provide you with the highlights of the timing when I add different ingredients to the wok. I'm going to use my 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok to cook this dish. First of all, I'm going to spot season the wok as I would normally do. If you are unfamiliar with this spot season method, you can take a look at this video. I start out about 2 to 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Heat up the oil and I let the oil to smoke gently for about 15 seconds. I then turn the heat setting to low before I add the onion and the jalapeno pepper to the wok. I stir fry the contents for about a few seconds before I add the rice. The jalapeno pepper and the onion basically serve the foundation flavor of the dish. By adding them early, the jalapeno pepper's flavor will not be as strong. I add 2 cups of rice to the wok, and then I break it up with a hamburger meat chopper. It's important to use the rice that have been stored in the refrigerator overnight. Sometimes when the rice is too wet, they can stuck to the bottom of the wok, and this seems to be the case, so I use my wok spatula as a scraper. You will notice that I will be using the wok spatula as a scraper through the entire cooking process. The next step is to clear the rice from the middle of the wok to create some space so I can fry some egg in it. I first add a little bit oil, and then I crack 3 eggs directly into the center of the wok. However, as soon as I crack the egg into the wok, I realized that I have made a mistake because Ellen is a vegan and she would not want to have egg in the fried rice. Well, it is too late. I'm going to go ahead and finish cooking this fried rice. I cook the egg for a few seconds. When the egg whites start to turn opaque, I use the wok spatula mix the egg with the rice. The next step is to add the green bean. I know the green bean takes a little bit time to cook. As I stir fry the green bean and mix it with the rice, I noticed that there are some of the rice stuck to the bottom of the wok, so I use the wok spatula as a scraper to get them off. This is followed by adding the zucchini. As you can tell that this time the rice really starts to stick to the bottom of the wok, so I continue to use the scraper to help to clear them out. This is the reason why a stainless steel wok spatula is so useful. So the next step is I'm going to add some purple cabbage. I want the cabbage cooked not as much as the green bean and the zucchini. That's why I add them later. The next ingredient to go in is the portobello mushroom. As you notice that the portobello mushroom is cut in a larger size in compared to other ingredients. I add them toward the end because I want to maintain the texture of the portobello mushroom so that I do not want to overcook them. Okay, by now the fried rice is almost done. So next I'm going to add the scallion, which serve mainly as a condiment. In this case, I want to cook them only very lightly. The final ingredients I'm going to add is the shredded carrot. Again, it serves as a condiment. I want to maintain the vivid color, so I do not want to overcook them at all. So as you can tell, this cooking approach is basically sequential based on how long I want to cook each ingredient. The final step is to season the dish. You can season the dish any way you want. I would advise you to do a taste test first before you decide how you want to season the dish. Nevertheless, I'm going to season the dish with my basic seasoning mix, which is to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. If you'd like to learn more about these ingredients in this basic seasoning mix, you can take a look at the following videos. The dish is now ready, and I transfer the contents into a serving plate. I call this dish as a wholemeal fried rice because it contains so many different ingredients. All you need to do is that perhaps you can supplement it with a salad. So I called Ellen up and told her that I have made a mistake by adding eggs to the fried rice. She said that's okay. She will just omit the egg. Of course, you don't have to make a fried rice with so many ingredients, but it is really easy to do as long as you have advanced prepping, because then it's just a matter of choosing what you need from what you already have, and you can experiment with different compositions. Again, this is the foundation of template-based cooking. Using this basic fried rice template, you certainly can create many different variations. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings. See you next time.